Hello, welcome once again to Ampheto. We had a short gap in Ampheto. Sorry for that. Uh, I was hospitalized because of COVID and post-COVID, and better now. Thanks for all your prayers and support. Yes. Now we have a very good reason to resume our video discussions. Union Budget 2022-23 fiscal year presented by Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman on February 1st, Tuesday. The main focal points in a business perspective, entrepreneur's perspective, how it is going to affect various business segments is the main interest of today's session. Today, we'll take a complete outlook, a bird's eye view on different points, proposals, policies, and in the subsequent videos, we'll start detailing on different points. The major focal points, the budget focus mainly on the infrastructure building, including the different transportation modes, road, rail, air, sea, mass transport, waterways, and logistics. Also, strengthen the expressways and national highway networks. There is also a proposal for 8 ropeway projects in the northeastern states. Capacity Building Commission will play a major role in improving the capacity of the civil servants and the human resources under different ministries who are going to take up this different infra projects. The second point is on the millets, includes ragi and all, where 2023 is an international year of millets. The millets value added products post harvesting will be largely supported. The domestic consumption and building an international brands will be a key support area from this budget proposals. Products like oilseed production all will be made up. Another support for the Kisan for their crop assessment and digitalization through drones. Then blended capital through NABARD for supporting agricultural startups and FPOs, the farmer producer organizations. A proposal for river linking is also there. A detailed project report is said to be there, and it is going to be soon implemented by taking consent from different states. Other major proposal is related to different MSME and startup related portals, including National Career Service NCS under Ministry of Labour and Employment, eShram for the unorganized workers, then Udyam portal under MSME Ministry, then ASEEM portal, Atmanirbhar Skilled Employer Mapping. These 4 portals will be interlinked. And other schemes like Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme is extended 1 more year. Credit Guarantee Trust for Micro Small Enterprises is also supported. And another scheme which is in proposal is Raising and Accelerating MSME Performance that will be rolled out. Coming to the skill development, the National Skill Quality Framework certification levels will be made in line with the industry needs. That's a very good proposal, and which is there in discussion for many years for improving the employability. The digital portal Desh Stack for skill, reskill and upskill. Then drone as a service will be trained in selected ITAs of all states. Coming to the quality education, we all know the last 2 years was a tremendous loss for the children, for the school going children. And many remote rural areas were largely affected where there is no enough internet connectivity, if not nil. There, through the support of DTH channels, the education content will be promoted, and including the vocational courses where 75 skilling labs will be set up. There is also proposal for a digital university, but in ICT format, in different vernacular languages. However, the present scenario of flooding with number of digital platforms, private platforms, and also government initiated platforms, how it is going to really ramp up or really improve the present digital facilities is going to be really understood, verified, and established. Let's wait and watch. Another major sector, the health sector, the National Health Authority, PMJ, Jan Arogya Yojana, that will roll out a national digital health ecosystem. With NIMHANS Nodal Center, a tele-mental health program will be rolled out, and it will be supported, technically it will be supported by IIITB, International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore. Anganwadi is a major center or major connected link for nourishing, giving nutrition to the kids and women. The child development and women health, giving support to their health is largely done through Anganwadi. Number of 1 lakh Anganwadis will be upgraded with audio visual aids. Then a large crisis in our country, the housing and drinking water. The Awas Yojana is going to support another 80 lakhs, and the drinking water support through tap water system is going to support another 3.8 crore that is in the proposal. We all know that in many villages, the children at the age of school going children used to walk for 5 to 6 kilometers a day to fetch a pot of water and for serving their daily needs. And if the drinking water is being provided to their households, that's going to be really a great blessing for the family and for the children to continue their education. Another proposal to digitize India Post or the postal system and encourage the cash transaction, the savings in India Post, and interlinking or connecting with the core banking solutions, so that the senior citizens and the rural population will be largely benefited. 1.5 lakhs post offices are being identified for core banking system. Then digital banking and payments. 75 digital banking units in 75 districts by scheduled commercial banks will be done. However, we are largely progressing towards the digital payments and digital transactions. However, the taxing on digital transactions are to be waived much more to encourage the digital habits on the money transactions. Ease of doing business is going to be a major index for any economy in the present world, and minimum government and maximum governance is our motto. And with this motto, the compliance is needed for opening up a venture, a business, an industry to be reduced. There are a number of compliances and licenses which are crossing over, which needs a repeated attempts or repeated documentation at different offices. And reducing the crossing over compliances and unifying it to a common portal is going to be a bliss for the entrepreneurial community. Parivesh, the portal there existing from 2018 under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. This is going to be a single portal And a centralized processing center for green clearance is going to be established for taking up all 4 different approvals and tracking their approval status. E-passport or biometric or digital passport is there in proposal, going to be implemented from this year onwards, 2022 onwards. India is going to have the digital passports with chips where all informations will be captured, and the exit entry, all informations will be captured. And largely the passport, the frauds can be reduced. Globally, there are 60 countries who are with digital passports. India getting added to that is really going to be helpful. Accelerated corporate exit. Companies who are needing a voluntary winding up are going to be supported with a speed up process under Center for Processing Accelerated Corporate Exit, CPACE. Presently, it is 2 years needed for the exit, and this can be minimized to 6 months through an IT-based system. For payments and procurements, government want to support, or a proposal is to support the contractors, the vendors. Instead of a bank guarantee, a proposal for surety bonds is there in place, which can be helpful for reducing indirect costs and can aid to sectors like gold imports. The Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, IRDAI, is making the framework for this. The Special Economic Zone, SEZ Act, is going to be replaced with a new legislation, and the Customs Admin on SEZ will be an IT driven under Customs National Portal, which will do only a risk-based checks. And this reform is expected to be in place from 30th of September this year. And the different states will be a partner to enhance the competitiveness of the exports. Coming to the customs duty is a part of ease of doing business. The enablers are PLI and PMP, production linked incentives, and phased manufacturing plans. Customs exemptions, there are a number of commodities items under customs exemption. So more than 350 exemption entries are proposed to be phased out to promote the internal production and consumption of internal products. The sectors like agriculture products, chemicals, fabrics, medical devices, drugs and medicines, for which we have sufficient internal domestic capacity, are going to be phased out from this customs duty exemption. And again, on the capital goods, national capital goods policy in 2016 has aimed for doubling up the capital goods production by 2025. So a uniform concessional rates of this capital goods to a 7.5% tariff is there in proposal. There will be certain exemptions like advanced machineries where we don't have the internal production will be given waive. And input exemptions for specialized castings, ball screw and linear motion guide, which are for internal manufacturing processes, will be also given input exemptions. So to promote the manufacturing sector wise, if you go by electronic sector, the mobile phone manufacturing will be supported through the exemption, custom duty exemption for their parts, including high quality precision lens, resolution lens and camera modules, by which we can go for the wearable devices and hearable devices and the mobile phone production. And to germs and jewelry, the cut and polished diamonds are given the customs duty exemption to 5%. The customs duty has been reduced to 5% from the existing 7.5. A simplified regulatory framework for export jewelry through an e-commerce is there in proposal. And to the imitation jewelry, there will be a taxing of rupees 400 per kg. To chemicals like methanol, acetic acid, heavy feedstocks that are part of the petroleum refining, are their customs duty is reduced. However, the chemicals abundant in-house like sodium cyanide, largely used for the gold and precious metal extraction or electroplating, which are available in house in our country, their duty is being raised. And on MSME sector, the umbrella duty is raised to 20% and exemption rationalized for agri tools. And on the steel scrap, presently there is an exemption, and that exemption has been extended one more year. This is going to be a support, expected to be a support for the secondary steel producers. Yes, coming to the export to incentivize, exemptions largely needed. The parts for the fabric, the textiles and fabrics are supported, and the inputs needed for shrimp aquaculture are their duty also reduced, so that we can do a large scale exports. Shrimp is mainly a good export export item from our country. Fuel blending is promoted, so unblended fuel will attract a differential excise duty of rupees 2 per litre. This is in effect from 1st of October. On the defense army equipment design development capacity, we are largely allowing the private sectors in the country to join hands with the DRDO on a special purpose vehicle model to do platform development and design. There will be a umbrella body for testing and certification. The circular economy, which is there for recycling, reuse, repair and reuse. The main parts, the mass electronic waste, end of life vehicles, oil waste, hazardous industrial waste, their action plan will be given a thrust. The energy efficiency part, which is a backbone of a carbon neutral economy. Bureau of Energy Efficiency is auditing, controlling, regulating this area. Number of energy service companies, ESCO, around 140 ESCO companies are empaneled. Their business model for energy efficient process or energy efficient building will be followed in commercial buildings. Energy audits, performance contracts, common measurement and verification protocol will be followed. Coal gasification pilot projects will be done. Biomass pellets will be co-fired in thermal power plants. Also, there will be a promotion for agroforestry and private forestry. We know different concepts like agroforestry. Another proposal for the gift, Gujarat International Finance Tech City is going to have universities and institutions for the latest topics on fin management, fintech, science and technology. However, what is the progress of GIFT and how far it is achieving the targeted sectors is needed enough verification and analysis before going forward and investing further. No doubt all these proposed topics are very vital and very important, And next sector is the investment sector, where VCs and private equities has done 5.5 lakh crore in the country, and India is emerging as a third startup ecosystem globally. An expert committee is proposed to do the further handholding. Next is National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, NIIF, and SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India. They are going to be implementing a blended finance. Government will share a 20% and remaining by private fund managers. The sunrise sectors identified are climate action, deep tech, digital economy, pharma and agri-tech. Yes, the very much awaited one, the crypto. RBI is going to issue a digital rupee, which is going to expected, or which is understood to be a first step towards accepting or legalizing the crypto. Though there is no mentioning about legalizing the digital investment assets, a proposal for 30% tax on digital investment assets is expected to be the first step towards the crypto and blockchain. Sustainability is another key focus, where electric vehicles and internal combustion engines, ICE, are the rivals. Government is taking the side of electric vehicles, and going forward there will be number of zones which will be tagged as no fossil fuels. Only EVs will be permitted. For ensuring the connectivity across India, the charging stations are going to be promoted largely, and the battery swapping system is going to be implemented. So all these possibilities, interchangeability, to be evaluated to have an effective implementations of these proposals. Very important. The last point, which has remained untouched, or before any budget presentation, one major point of the larger population, especially the middle class and upper middle class, is going to be on this particular slab. But this slab has remained unchanged this year, and there is a large debates going on that particular thing is income tax. The slabs remain unchanged, and there is no substantial mentioning about any further relief or any changes. With this, we are winding up this introductory part of Budget 2022 presented by Finance Minister. And in the subsequent videos, we shall do a detailing of important projects and policies and terminologies, technologies, which is possible, which is seldom possible. For all that, requesting your comments, active participation. Please do comment which portion you would like to understand more in detail. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your cooperation, and see you again in AMFED 2. Till then, bye.